Lesson 117 introduces the symbols that I have been using for sets of numbers. Like in class, I've used that for real numbers. And it introduces that in this lesson. I'm on page 476. So let's look at the symbols, okay? For natural or counting numbers, here's the symbol. All right, for whole numbers, it's just a W, and you can read this on page 476. For integers, looks like a Z. For rational numbers, looks like a Q. Irrational numbers is P. Real numbers is your R, and complex numbers is a C. All right? So these are simply the symbols that we are going to use for these sets of numbers, okay? And up until now, we have as we've graphed inequalities, our equations have looked something like this. X plus 2 is greater than 4. And our domain is, and it's spelled it out, integers. All right. Now you're going to see this equation written as in set builder notation. So it will look like this. A is, and then you're going to, at this open brace, it says the set whose members are. Okay, X is an integer, and the straight line, which looks like an absolute sign, but you're gonna read such that X plus 2 is greater than 4. So it's just reading our new terminology, the equation, the way it's set up. All right. So this is A is in the set whose members are X, which are in the elements of integers, such that X plus 2 is greater than 4. All right, so look at 117.1. Practice problem 117.1. And it says, graph the set whose members are coordinates X and Y, which are in the elements of real numbers. And it looks like it's squared, but it's 2 dimensions because we have the coordinate plane. It's not just a simple line graph. Such that Y is greater than X plus 2 and Y is less than negative X. All right, so how would we do this? We would have Y greater than X plus 2, and then we would have Y less than negative X, and it's and. All right, so I would just plug in numbers for your dependent variable and solve for your independent variable and solve for your dependent variable. So when X is 0, Y is 2, right? When X is 2, Y is 4. So I can graph that. All right, when X is 0, Y is 2. And when X is 2, Y is 4. Y is greater than, so it's a hyphen line. And greater than is all the area above the line. Now, for Y is less than the negative of X, again, I just plug in numbers for X and Y. When X is 0, Y is 0. Well, that was a given, the negative of 0. Okay, when X is 2, the negative of X is negative 2. So it's 2, it would be negative 2. All right, and so this line, of course, it's less than, so again, it's not equal to, so it's a hyphen line. It goes this way, and less than is the part below it. So the only solution set that they have in common is this area. And that would be your solution. That would be it graphed.